All right, Thrive Nation, on today's edition of the Thrivetime Show, this will be the deepest show we've ever done. Done. Just kidding. But think about the music for a second here. James, the music.
It gets me going.
No, but think about this music right here. What's it doing right now? All of a sudden, it makes everything seem more profound, does it not?
It does.
Why?
It just makes you think. I don't know.
Why? Seriously, why does this music do that?
It just has a way with your soul.
Okay, so let's talk about it. We're talking about branding on today's show. The entire show, during these 6 minutes, we're going to talk about branding. And then we're going to be joined with Michael Levine, the top PR publicist, brander in the history of America. He's often referred to as the Michael Jordan of PR. His clients include George Carlin, Charlton Heston. He worked with Michael Jackson at the peak of his career. David Bowie. A prolifically successful public relations guy, guru. And he talks about how most people judge a product or service based upon the branding. He calls this the Tiffany theory. Essentially, if you gave somebody a product and it was in a Tiffany box, if you gave someone a ring and it was in a Tiffany box, you would perceive it to have higher value than if you gave somebody a ring in like a Kmart bag.
Makes sense to me.
So no matter how ridiculous and how irreverent I am, somehow this show will feel deep to somebody. JT, have you ever had that thought?
Yes. Yeah, music sets the tone. Oh,
and just to screw with myself, I'm going to put like sweeping, cascading drone footage of like mountains and oceans during this show. And it'll just feel super deep, even though I am not a deep individual. I want people to think through this for a second, though. So let's talk about your business for a second. What if your business, you're marketing, hypothetically, a business that sells personal training, JT?
Yeah.
And your website doesn't have testimonials and doesn't have reviews. How are people going to perceive it?
Worse than a website that does have that stuff. And they're going to view it as you don't actually work with people.
So in the way, like right now, subconsciously, somebody's having a moment. Because this music is like this deep music. It's the same thing where people will reject the business just because of the branding. James, have you noticed this before?
I have. You know, when I go on a website and I search for a product or service, and they just have a whole bunch of words and a good sales pitch.
So let's talk about it for a second, though. So, JT, I want to talk about VISM, specific moves that you need to use if you want to grow your business. VISM. These are branding moves you have to use. There's a lot of other details to it. But again, if you add this great branding, all of a sudden it makes your business epic. Just epic. All of a sudden it's just like, oh, it's so good. I can't even understand why it's so good. But if you don't have the branding, then all of a sudden it doesn't look epic at all. You know, you think about these things. These are the things I think about. Okay, these are things. So let's talk about it. Video reviews. Why do you have to gather video reviews? So when you look at Cavell Fit, one of our longtime clients, you look at Kolaw Fitness. We're just talking about the fitness space here. You look at Elite Training. Why do video reviews matter so much, JT?
Because people need to see that you're working with real clients, and they need to hear from real people.
Okay, so video reviews, James, do you agree that they matter?
I do.
Now, you just talked to a guy a minute ago who decided not to buy a ticket to a conference because he said that he thinks that I'm a scam or a fraud or whatever. How did he hear about us?
He on the internet, on one of the podcasts. He didn't remember which podcast it was, but he's like, I got your number from a podcast.
But then he said he thought we were a fraud.
Right.
So that means I got to crank up the branding.
That's what we got to do.
I mean, I don't know what I can do to prove that this particular conference series is more legit. I mean, we've got Eric Trump on the lineup. You got General Flynn. You got the people, close to the source. But at business conferences all the time, I used to bring in, the former CEO or the former head of Harley Davidson to speak at our conference. And for whatever reason, people are like, oh my gosh, the former head of Harley Davidson's here. Now that which I say must be more true.
Right.
Have you ever thought about this?
Yeah, it's the same with like celebrity endorsements. If you see celebrity wearing clothes, you must think, oh, well, that's automatically better.
I'm not going to get myself sued on today's show, but I want to be clear. If you're a public figure, you can't sue somebody for... if you're a public figure, you're not allowed to sue somebody for defamation. I just want to make sure we're on the same page here. So if you are already a public figure, so if you were to say a disparaging statement about like Katy Perry or some sort of celebrity football player, they can't sue you if they're considered a public figure. Does that make sense?
It does.
Yeah, they lose that ability once they become a public figure, all right? Because otherwise the public couldn't talk about them, all right? So I'm not going to mention this guy's name because he's not a public figure, but he thinks he's a public figure. So I can't talk about him Okay, so this guy here, this Mango Wango, we're looking at his website. You guys can see it, but our listeners can't, okay?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
This guy, when I met him, he's training people in a park. He's offering personal training. I won't tell you what city he's in, what state, but he's training people in a park. All right? And he's on steroids, and he's training people in a park. These are both facts. One, he's on steroids. Two, he's training people in a park. All right, he's on the sauce. And so I said to him, and you can see my handiwork if you go to his website. I'm just going to reference clients that I can speak positively about. I can't reference the website of this jackwagon, okay? But if you know my handiwork if you look it up, okay? So this guy, the website you're looking at here, I helped him get on the news all the time. And if you'll notice, when he stopped getting on the news is when he stopped paying me my commissions and started embezzling money. That's usually a great way to say thank you to your mentor. But all of these videos that we shot and helped him get all the media coverage that we did, these were all my ideas. These were all the proven systems that I learned from Michael Levine, the guy we're going to interview on today's show. Okay? So one thing we did is we said, if you work out and you don't miss a workout for the following 30 days, you have a chance to win a luxury car.
Boom.
Why did that work?
Because people want to win that car.
JT, why did that work?
Because people want to win a car.
Why did the media say, oh, yeah, let's do a story on that? Why would the media cover that story? Like free advertisement.
Because it brings people's attention to it, and then they, in return, get more viewers on their stories.
This is why with this particular fitness company, my name cannot be associated with this, because the media, they know that if they interview me, it's like, boop, 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 can't interview him because he's going to bring the facts. So you got to keep my name off that website. I'm just telling you. But so I call the media up. Hey, media, here's the deal. What we're doing here is and this is a true story. I did this. I learned this from Michael Levine. It works, okay? I said, what we're doing is we're doing a challenge, a workout plan, a game plan, where every woman who works out this month, okay, it's only $1 to work out. But any money they pay for the whole month, we donate it all to charity. So if we have if someone pays full price, we donate it to charity. But anybody who's a first time new member, we donate anything they pay to charity. They can pay as little as $1 a month. Okay. And the winner who doesn't miss a workout for the whole month, they don't miss any. It's three a day or 3 a week. I mean 3 a week. If they don't miss a single workout, 3 per week. 3 per week, they have a chance to win the luxury car. And the media loves it. They're like, oh, yes. We will. Now, look at this jackwagon. His videos aren't even on the website anymore because he doesn't update his website. But anyway, so we start getting, this guy's a total jackwagon. And the only person who knows who he is himself, who he listens to our show from time to time. So hello, jackwagon. So this is the thing, though. So we get the media covers it, and then leads start coming in because people want to be a part of this thing. And why? Well, there's 4 reasons why people are buying here, okay? There's 4 reasons. And I learned a lot of this from Michael Levine, okay? One is people want a chance to
win the car.
Right. That's what they want to do. Do they really want to get in shape? I think they want the car more than they want to get in shape. That's what I think. The second, JT, what do you think the second motivation was?
They want a chance to give to a good cause.
There it is. Third, James?
They want the $1 workout.
So the offers make sense.
Right.
And fourth, finally, the least important of the reasons why they signed up for a fitness program, JT, would be?
To get in shape.
Right. So that's the power. And you need to, have you ever read the book Body for Life?
No.
You got to watch the documentary on the airplane. You have to watch it. Bill Phillips, okay? Bill Phillips. I'm telling you, it'll change your life, okay? It's like watching Rocky 8 times in a row. It's crazy. If you haven't seen it right now. It's just like, it's like watching The Gladiator 6 times in a row, okay? So what he did is he came up with this move is he said, if you work out and you follow the Body for Life program, which consists of eating his supplements and following his workout plan, you're entered in for a chance to win a Lamborghini. Ooh. And people were like, oh my gosh, yes, I want to get the Lamborghini. More than they wanted to get in shape. And then there were celebrities. There was a professional athlete from the Denver Broncos that was part of it. So it was a Denver Bronco. I think it was Shannon Sharp. Do you know about Bill Phillips? Do you know about this guy?
No. I don't.
Oh my God, Bill!
I know about Shannon Sharp.
Oh, this is pre political wokeness. Shannon Sharp. Okay, so this is Bill Phillips. So his Body for Life. You got to look this, bro. This is hot. Okay, this is great. Oh, Bill Phillips, way to go, Bill. This is Bill Phillips. And so what Bill used to do is he'd like pack on the pounds and then lose the pounds.
Okay,
so he could have before and after photos. So Bill's just like, bring me some extra guac. Let's go. And then he would get jacked. That was like his thing. This is Bill Phillips, okay? So Bill Phillips, what he would do is he'd do his Body for Life challenge, okay? So you get before and after photos. And the way it works is you sign up for the program. You got to take a photo of the day you started. and then there's a cutoff day when it ends. Everyone starts at the same time, and whoever makes the biggest transformation during a window of time of like 6 months, or sorry, it was 4 months. It was 4 per year, so it was a window of 3 months. Whoever makes the biggest before and after change gets a chance to win the Lamborghini. So let's repeat. Why did people sign up? James, real quick. See if you can go from memory. Here we go. See if I'm a good teacher. You might be a great student. I might be a terrible teacher. Why did people sign up for the fitness program for said jackwagon former client?
Oh, they want to get on the news.
I'm a bad teacher. JT, why did people sign up for the program from the former jackwagon client?
They want a chance to win.
They want a chance to win. Yes.
The least important, they want to work out.
What least important is they want to work out. Okay.
They want a chance to give stuff away.
Yeah, they want to join a cause. Yep.
And it's a good deal.
Yes, that's it. And by the way, that's why everybody buys everything. That's why the Fajita Express. Nobody bought that thing. Do you know what that thing was, James? The Fajita Express?
Never heard of it.
That's right. No one has. You know why? Because now it's called the Lean Mean Grill Machine.
Ooh.
The inventor of the Fajita Express. This guy. Folks, look him up. Don't believe me. The inventor of this, he couldn't give these things away, and he tried. He was begging people. He says, "I want you to buy my Fajita Express." But like people say, "I don't want to buy the Fajita Express from you." And then it occurred to him, you know what? I should get George Foreman to endorse my product. And so this product, which was once called the Fajita. Do you hear the phrase fajita ever referenced at all when they hawk these things anymore?
No. Never.
Okay. So the Fajita Express was created by this. I'm going to read to you here. It says the concept for the grill was created by Michael Bohm of Batavia, Illinois. Never been there. The original intention was to create an indoor grill that cooked on both sides at once. Come on. A second key benefit was to reduce the amount of fat content of the hamburgers and other meats by draining away the fat into a separate reservoir. Oh, this idea is revolutionary. Bohm designed the product with a floating hinge and a slanting grill surface to accommodate the foods of differing thickness and to drain the fat away from the food. Engineering work was performed by Bob Johnson, and Bohm and Johnson brought a JVC camcorder and a sample of the product in bright yellow to the office of Barbara Westfield at the Sultan Inc. The video was played, showing fat dripping off of the grill into the collection tray. They presented the product as the Fajita Express, and the Fajita Grill had been promoted as at industry trade shows since the early 90s, but garnered little interest. We go on. He finally gets in front of George Foreman. He makes the pitch, and guess what happened? People started buying the grill. Now, how do you think they paid George Foreman? They paid George Foreman commission only to pitch it. And why did people buy the grill from George Foreman?
Because he endorsed it.
Why though? Why?
Because he's a famous boxer.
Go back. So go back to the 4. Okay, so we go back to the 4. So why did people buy the George Foreman grill machine? One is
they're part of a cause.
It's like So George, he was at the time he was like a known weight loss guy. He gained a lot of weight. He lost a lot of weight. It was an emotional story. He became the heavyweight champion of the world. He's a good guy. And they're like, man, I'm teaming up with George. I'm helping my family lose weight. And then the commercials, they would talk about that. Like, do you want to help your family be healthy? He'd be like, I do want to help my family be healthy. And that's how it works. Okay. So you're getting a part of a cause. The second, James, what was the second? What do you think?
It was probably a good deal. They probably got it for a good deal.
Incredible deal, because it's normally how much? I mean, it's normally a lot, but now it's a little.
Right.
Now, if you haven't seen this, if you go to GuitarCenter.com every day, this is true, every day, they're going to say 35% off through November 15th. And you're thinking, holy crap, I got to get in there now. Everything. I mean, they've got, this is every day they have a blowout, a green tag sale. Every month they go to Macy's. Macy's is even dirtier. Macy's usually has a countdown clock. These guys are 40% off one day sale.
Yeah, Kohl's does the same thing.
Oh God, why are we even recording now? We got to get in there. And this thing ends in 11 hours and 6 minutes.
Wow.
Holy crap. This changes everything. So you think about it again. So you got the celebrity endorsement. That's what got people to want to buy the grill machine. That's 1. 2, you join a cause. 3, they got a hot offer. And the 4th, what's the 4th? 4th, a chance to
win.
Yes, and they always would do these gimmicky things where if you buy now, buy this, you have a chance to get the free whatever. And so you're like, oh my gosh, it's 2 a.m. I know this was pre-taped, but the first 7 people that buy have a chance to win or whatever. And you're like, I do want a chance to win whatever. Isn't that crazy?
It is.
Yeah.
That's how it works. That's how. So let's go back to the jack wagon. So I'm working with this jack wagon. And folks, if you want to break down the word jack wagon, jackass is the original word, originally featured in the Bible, jackass. It's like a stubborn person who has a unique combination of being dumb and aggressive. That's a jackass. And then the wagon is sort of like it's like he's the wagon. He's the jackass, but he's the wagon part. So he's less intelligent than the jackass because he's just the wagon, which doesn't have a brain. He's a jack wagon, okay? So this is this guy. So anyway, this guy, JT, every week, let's walk through what we had to do to grow this guy's business. Every week I'm meeting this guy and he's going, man, I need to get more leads. I need more leads. The first 4 or 5 meetings are coming, dude, get off the sauce, okay? But we have these meetings and it's a lot of meetings. I want to pump it up. I have a vision to reach America and help them get in shape. And I'm like, yeah, you and 20,000 other guys, okay? But meanwhile, you need to get a
video review.
Yes. You need to get a video review.
Boom.
Which V, Roman numeral 5. Okay, but you need to get video reviews. Second, you need to get images. JT, why did he have to go get images of people?
Before and after?
Yeah.
So that people can see that people are actually making progress.
And I think my wife's on this website somewhere. I think she is here. I will have to look. But all the photos on this website I took, all of them, all the video, I did everything. All the. Yeah, there you go. We'll start to see people that these are all videos. They haven't updated these videos since I stopped working with them like 10 years ago. You know why? Because he's a jackwagon. And you know why he's a jackwagon? Because he can't handle the idea of doing what works over and over and over. Because great people bore down, and mediocre people suffer from boredom. So here we are. We're filming people in the park. It's like 6 a.m. It's dark,
Yeah.
And we're interviewing people. Hey, what's it like? How's it going? What do you like about it? And why is it vital that we get these interviews of real people right after their workout?
So people can see that people just had a good time. They just worked out. They're losing weight. They're having a fun experience.
Having a good time. It's important you get there she is. There's my wife. There she is. So you got to get, and my wife was like, and God bless her, she likes to work out. So I was like, why don't you, try working out with the jack wagon? And she's like, I don't know. And I'm like, just come on,
Yeah.
So, but you got to get video reviews. And this company, they used to say, it's so hard in our industry to get video reviews because women don't want to get a video after they work out. So I had to send my wife in there to prove it can be done. James, your desk is located 4 feet from mine. How often do you hear people, I can't get a review?
I hear it all the time.
Isn't it maddening?
It is crazy.
It's so crazy. We got a guy right now at the mall who yesterday he was texting me. I won't mention the guy's name, okay? Not Greg. Greg's awesome. But this guy's like, I just don't know what to say. I'm like, I got to do tech support here. I'm going to pass the phone to JT, see if he can straighten him out.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Like what? How can you be a 45-year-old man and you can't get a review when you're in the mall and you have a cabin that people can walk in and leave a review based upon seeing the physical cabin?
It's crazy. There's an 18-year-old that you send there and he gets 50 a day.
Yeah, he does he's a tall guy.
Tall?
Maybe it's because he's 6'5" or 6'6". But let me tell you how to get reviews at the mall. You build the cabin. It's a cabin. It's a log cabin. And this is what you say. Hey, would you like a chance to win a cabin? And the people in the mall will respond in one of 3 ways, okay? One guy's like, I would like to. This is my lucky day. Come on, baby. It's like he's at the carnival. He's like at the fair. Come on, baby. We can win. Can she leave a review too? Because how does it work? You go, all you got to do is take a tour of the cabin and then leave a review about the craftsmanship. You have a chance to win. And this guy's like, oh, yeah, because he's at the mall. He's on a date. He's trying to impress the woman. He wants to win the cabin. He's thinking, we could get married in this cabin. We could consummate our marriage in this cabin. We could stay. Like, get out of the cabin, buddy, you sick freak. Right? Then there's the second guy, because you have to get their attention, right?
Right.
Hey, do you want a chance to win a cabin? You want a chance? You have to say that at the mall. It's like, ice cold beer here. The vendors at the game. Ice cold beer. Do you want to win a cabin? Win a cabin. You want to win it? You know what I mean? And there's some guy from this. There's always a guy from the second floor. And by the way, the second floor, we're located on the first floor of the mall. So being on the first floor is kind of weird because if you look up, sometimes you go, I shouldn't have seen that. There's a lot of crazy stuff up there. You don't look up too much, okay? Because it's just the angle and the escalator. I'm telling you, I've talked to Greg about this. He said, I agree. Mall people, shouldn't have looked up. But usually there's one guy who will go, screw off, buddy. Leave me alone. because he's got like some inner child problem.
Yeah.
His mom or dad abandoned him. He just got a divorce. Whatever. And that's like a third of the people.
Yeah.
So one guy's like, yeah, I'll leave a review. And the third guy, middle guy, he's like, screw off, buddy. I'll never leave you a review. That's the one thing I won't do. Screw off. Yeah. And then there's the third person who says, what do you mean by that? Because his wife's at Express for 4 consecutive hours. And he's trying to like stay mentally active.
Yeah.
So he's like, I'll check it out. And he's probably a CPA or a doctor. So how does it work? Is it a scam? No, it's just you live a tour, you leave a review. Oh, yeah, so what's the scam? What do I got to buy? Now, you just do a tour. Oh, really, of this? I got to do a tour of this? Oh, yeah, what if I don't have a Google account? Like, well, you could make one. Well, okay, there's always that guy. Yeah. Just 3 different people. And Jared, who's 6'5", correct? It's about 6'6".
Yeah, about
maybe 7'4". I don't know. He could be 7'8". I don't know. Tallest man in the world. I don't know. Maybe he's Nephilim. Maybe he's huge. I don't know. Nephilim. Look that up, folks. Nephilim. But anyway, so this guy, he's getting like 50 reviews a day. Meanwhile, homeboy calls me yesterday twice for tech support saying he can't get reviews. This guy here, Jack Wagon, he could never get reviews.
Yeah.
He's like, well, it's just hard because when women are leaving the park, it's hard to like get them at the right time, and a lot of women are on their way to work, and I'm going, dude, stop. Okay, so you got to get video reviews, okay, to grow a fitness business. You got to get images, before and after images. Why do you have to gather images of people that are jacked and put them on your website? Why does that help? Again, I'm going to go to kolawfitness.com to give an example. He's got so many success stories. He likes to do like interviews with people that have lost a lot. He likes to do interviews with people that have lost a lot of weight. That's kind of his style.
Yep.
But why do you, if you go to Elite Training, Tulsa, by the way, this is another brand we've worked with. You can see they have testimonials. Why do the before and afters work? I mean, James, if you were going to sign up for a personal training program, why do the before and afters just get most people?
Because if I see someone that's ripped and I want to get ripped, I know that that's the trainer that I want.
This body could be yours.
Well, and you can see that, hey, my body currently looks like the first one.
My body needs to be oiled up like this guy.
It could be like that one.
Maybe I need more oil on my body. That's what I need to do. I need to oil my body.
Oil and spray tan.
Okay. So again, you got video reviews, images, search engine content. Now, this is how it works. I want to be very clear. I'm telling all my secrets. What you do is you get an account with SEMrush or Moz.com. And every month you run a report that checks for updates that need to be made to the website. Now, James, if you were planting a garden this week, say you and JT said, we're planting a garden. We're going to do it. We're all in, baby. Yeah. We went to the garden show. You got fired up. Okay. Why can't you just plant the lettuce and let it ride for a year?
You need to make sure that you're planting it in good soil, and then you have to water it.
There it is. You just have to tend to it, right?
Right.
Yep.
You can't just let it. You got to just plant it, let it sit. So this jackwagon, since we stopped working with him because he was embezzling money from me, he hasn't updated his favicon on his website. He hasn't updated any of his content on his website, and he's not going to. And you know why he's not going to write? Again, to rank, Google checks your pulse. They want to see if you're alive. And one way they check your pulse is if you get Google reviews, you're alive. And if you don't, they view you as dead. Why is that a leading indicator that a business is dead if they're not getting reviews? JT, if someone doesn't ever adds content to their website, they don't get reviews, why is that a leading indicator that the business might be dead?
Because it seems like no one's actually going to the website and no one's actually using their services. Because if they're using your services, you leave reviews.
Now, let me just show you this guy, okay? This guy, whatever industry he's in, or whatever city he's in. Okay, look him up here. This guy is so hilarious. It's just absolutely hilarious. He, I don't think, has gathered any additional reviews or updated his map since he started embezzling money from me.
It'll happen.
So to win in this particular industry, if you got 1,000 reviews, which James, think about this. If you got 37 reviews a day, how many days would it take you to get to 1,000 reviews approximately?
Maybe like 25 days.
Let's do the math. 1,000, divide that by, bring over the pi, transfer that.
Carry the
to the 2.
Oh, 2 days off.
27 days. And you could beat the jackwagon in this particular market. Huh. It's unbelievable to me.
It is unbelievable.
You got to gather the most
video reviews.
Yes. You got to get
images.
Yes. And then
search engine content.
Got to write original HTML content. Now, this jackwagon, funny guy, is always on steroids. And a lot of our meetings this is how the meetings would go. I'm not kidding. This guy, it's like a caricature, okay? bro, how's it going, bro? How you doing, bro? And he wants to focus on the surface area epidermis because he knows he didn't do any of his homework, which is weird as hell. You're paying me, to grow your business, and you're not doing like 1 hour of homework a week, which is required.
So,
bro, how's it going, bro? Bro, how's it going? Are you too anointed to be disappointed, bro? How are you doing, bro? Bro? No, I'm not kidding. It's all the bro chacho, bro Dini. What's up, bro? And I said, hey, did you write the 1,000 words of content? Well, it's on my computer. It's on my laptop, and I left it in my car. Well, we can go get it. We can go get it. It's 45 feet away. And then it becomes I had to just edit some stuff. Well, when you run SEMrush and Moz reports on a website, you know what you find? You know what you check for every month? You check for updates that have to be made and for duplicate content. Yes. And every month, boop, boop, boop. I'm like, bro, did you copy this from a website from some fitness guy in Tampa named, in this example, Carl? And he's like, Carl. No. Why? I'm like, because it says, as the owner of Carl's Tampa gym, I'm proud to welcome you to my... And he's like, and some of it, overall, not all of it. Dumb. It's his own company.
Wow.
Yeah. It's unbelievable. It's also the same way dude would respond when people would ask him, are you on the sauce? He'd always go, no. So you're not on the sauce? Well, I got a thyroid, thing, low T.
Low testosterone.
It's just a hereditary thing, just a couple injections.
It's just Trent.
A couple injections, like a day. A year. One time. Never. No. Yes. It's just that Shooter McGavin personality. You know what I mean? The Shooter McGavin. Okay. And then more. You got to get more reviews, and you're never done. And this guy couldn't handle the process. He could not handle the process of getting reviews every day. And why do you think that was maddening, JT, for somebody that they had to get him every single day? And then when he left, I told my wife, I told people that asked me, they said, are you upset that you've helped this guy to grow from his pathetic, drifting, stagnant, heavily religiously infused and morally bankrupt organization? Are you upset that you've helped this guy grow his religiously heavy? He used to put like Bible verses on everything all the time and like name his workouts after like blessed biceps and legs and energy, and that's how he would do his workouts. Are you upset that you've helped this guy grow from a lethargic business into a massive successful company, and that you're no longer getting your $5,000 a month of commission? What do you think my response to that, JT, was?
No.
Right. Because I said, this guy is a jackwagon. He's not even a jackass. He's the jackwagon. He's the wagon part. An inanimate object being pulled behind a jackass, a jackwagon. And I knew this guy would fall off the map. And literally, in his market, he's not even on the map anymore.
Wow.
Isn't that amazing?
That's awesome.
And it happens every time. And it's just, so I want to encourage people today. Hopefully you learn some stuff. Then we'll get into Michael Levine. Now, Michael Levine, on this particular interview, this audio I'm going to play here, he is going off about what is required to become successful. Because he grew up as a dyslexic person, so he can't read, but he's a best-selling author. Think about that. The guy can't read, and he's a multiple-time best-selling author. And he just moved out to California, began making cold calls, and built this this very successful company. And he explains the level of obsession required to build a successful company. It's a powerful interview, but I just want to make sure we're learning something here before we get into that. If you're out there today and you want to get to the top of the search results for a fitness business, that's how you do it. You got to get VISM, video reviews, images, search engine content, more reviews. Now, once people go to the website, though, that's not a conversion yet. They're not filling out your form yet. So to get someone to fill out the form, you got to have the fabulous 4. James, see if you can nail off the 4 things you have to have.
The video reviews?
No. We're going back to in your mind, we're going back to the Fajita Express, going back there. We're going back to, because again, the VISM, that just gets people to, folks, write this down. Where there is no VISM, your marketing will perish. Where there is no VISM, your marketing will perish. That's a big thing. But once they get to the landing page, you got to get them to convert. And how do you get them to convert?
A no-brainer deal.
Right. So it's like $1 for your first week, $1 for your first month, $1. I love $1 for the first week. I love that deal. I love $1 for your first month. I love, whatever. Okay, something like that. Okay, then what? Then what else?
They have a chance to win something.
Yes, because people want that. It's like sign up by the end of the month. And Macy's does it every day. So you put a little ticker on the site, and you say, sign up this month's special, and you have a chance to win. What do people who are working out want to win?
A free year of lifting.
A bottle of protein.
What do women want to win? What do women want to win?
Free tanning.
So it's like have a chance to win $1,000 of Lululemon gear and a year of tanning.
Boom.
This month's special.
Wow.
And all of a sudden, people are like, I was thinking about going. I was thinking about it. Now they fill out the form because the deal's so hot. The third, you need to have what? What, James? What do you got?
You have to be a part of a movement?
Yeah. There's like a cause. If you could do like for every new client that we sign up, we're going to give back to Compassion International. The first dollar we donate, every dollar. That's why I do an elephant in the room. And why does that work?
People want to give to a good cause.
Oh my gosh, you're on fire. And the fourth reason,
boom, JT, this one's on you.
The fourth reason, let me tell you, it rhymes with celebrity.
Celebrity endorsements.
Right. Yeah, it's so big. So what you do is you find a guy or find a gal, and this particular guy, what I did is I called up the person who was in charge of a big area, an elected official, who I heard, she told me directly, she was trying to get in great shape. And I said, hey, if you'll work out, we'll give you free lessons. This very wealthy person, but it's like, we'll give you free training and free one-on-one. Because this is like more of a group class. So we'll give you free one-on-one and free one-on-one and group. And she said yes. And then when she recorded her testimonial video, guess what all of the women thought when they watched that testimonial from that very popular person that everyone trusted?
They thought they should do it too.
That's right. And that is Marketing and Sales Conversion 101. Now, folks, on part 2 of today's show, we're going to play an interview I did with Michael Levine. It's going to blow your mind. So, without any further ado, today's interview with Michael Levine.
Get ready to enter the Thrivetime Show. 3, 2, 1, boom.
All right, Thrive Nation. This episode, this segment of today's broadcast is going to be a good one. Now, we have the rest of the interview that you can find exclusively at Thrivetime Show on the podcasts section, but this interview is incredible. I had an opportunity to interview a friend and a mentor on the Thrivetime Show videos and a consultant. The guy who's been the PR consultant for Michael Jackson, for Nike, for Prince, for Pizza Hut, for just the top brands. I mean, Charlton Heston, Nancy Kerrigan. I'm not just listing celebrities. Cameron Diaz, look him up. His name's Michael Levine, Levine. And I asked him, what does it take to be successful? I was asking about the core concept is how, what kind of distractions do you need to say no to become a successful entrepreneur? What distractions do you have to say no to if you are going to achieve massive success? Now, if you want to achieve mediocre success, then you definitely don't want to hear this segment. But if you want to achieve massive success, if you want to achieve time freedom and financial freedom to do whatever the heck you want to do, then you really want to grab a pen. I just tell you this: grab a pen, grab a paper, grab a helmet, probably. Maybe grab some kind of protective device, because he's so intense in a positive way. And this question fired him up. I mean, this question here, the question being, what do you need to do? What do you need to do in terms of saying no to distractions to become successful? What distractions do you and I need to say no to if we're going to become successful? And I promise you, after you hear this interview, it'll become very clear to you the difference between ultra successful people and the average person. And in a large part, you're going to discover it comes down to thinking and reading. Blocking out the time needed to listen to shows like this, podcasts, business books. And by the way, for all the listeners, before we tee up this audio exclusive interview with Michael Levine, we have the Start Here book available for download for free for every single one of you listening. If you want to get that book for free, it's an Amazon bestseller. It's everything that you need to know to start and grow a successful company. Dr. Z and I, we've built 13 multi-million-dollar companies together, and in that book, Start Here, there is the specific moves that you can use to build a successful business. It's all there for free to download. It's at thrivetimeshow.com. It's the Start Here book. Also, we have the Boom book free to download. And right now, for a limited time, if you want to get tickets to our next in-person Thrivetime Show workshop, you can get those. The event's coming up February 16th and 17th. And as of as of earlier today, we had 18 tickets left. So as of today, we had 18 tickets left to start the broadcast. And I don't really know until I get out of the box and go talk to the ticketing people. So we might be already sold out. And if not, I'll tell you tomorrow where we're at on ticket sales. But we've already got hundreds of people going to be there. And we've expanded. We've purchased more seating capacity at our Thrivetime Show World Headquarters. We've expanded the floor plan to accommodate you. And the tickets are normally $99 a piece. But if you want to attend the World's Best Business Workshop for free, just find the Thrivetime Show on iTunes or Stitcher. Just type in Thrivetime Show in iTunes. Just Google search Thrivetime Show in iTunes. Once you do that, it's a little bit tricky once you get there, so let me walk you through it real quick. We had a few people that emailed so they couldn't figure it out. So you Google Thrivetime Show in iTunes. Once you click you'll find the show there. You click it, and then there's a button there on the left. You have to click it. It's blue. It says View in iTunes. So you click that button to view in iTunes. Now, once you open the show in iTunes, you can then subscribe to the show. There's a button on the left. There's a button on the left that says subscribe. So you subscribe, and then you write an objective review. Tell us how we're doing. Tell us how we're helping you. We'd love to hear feedback from you guys. And then what we'll do is, if you email us proof that you did it, email us email us your contact information to info@thrivetimeshow.com. We will actually send you 2 free conference tickets valued at $99 a piece. Plus, you get 2 copies of the Boom book, which is valued at $20 a piece. And so you get $240 of free stuff for taking 240 seconds to subscribe and leave us an objective review. Without any further ado, my interview with Michael Levine. Well, in your book, you talked about this obstetrician in Dallas. It was Walter Evans. And basically what they did was they gave the mothers a special ride home from the hospital. Can you explain a little bit about that, or what that was all like?
I can't explain it anymore with any more clarity than to say, if you had 2 obstetricians and one said, why don't you hitchhike home, and the other one said, we'll drive you home, which one do you think would create a relationship with you that's more caring and more...
This person did limo service, I believe. That's amazing.
Maybe.
This is, if you're watching this, I encourage you to think of how can you exceed the customer's expectation? How can you do it? Yeah.
I agree with you, and that's cool. We both agree. How do you exceed the customer's expectations?
Yeah.
Think about how you, that's what you said, think about. And I say, yes, 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 but Brother Clay and people watching, thinking takes time. Thinking takes time. Put your Facebook off. Put your cell phone down. Put your Candy Crush down. Think, work. Do you know what percentage, Clay? Do you know what percentage of Americans currently have a library card?
I would say it had to be less than 2%.
Okay. The correct answer is 3%.
3%. Oh.
97% of Americans think it would be a really cool, good idea not to have a library card. Now, by the way, you know the cost of a library card, Clay?
I think it's free, actually.
Free.
Best-selling author Clifton Talbert, who's my mentor, he told me that rich people have big libraries, poor people have big TVs.
Yes!
And so he was telling me, he says, you've got to get up. I said, I'm not an early morning guy. He says, well, here's the deal. Are you ambitious? And I said, yeah. He says, well, if you're ambitious, and you're either going to be a divorced guy or you're going to be a guy who's getting up early. So you need to figure out a way, because you can't do both simultaneously. You've got to get up early. And
when you go into college, any young college kid will tell you a good professor who welcomes you says you can have good grades, good friends, or good sleep. You can only have 2. Pick them. You got it. But think about this. Let's just take this. Let's just pause for a minute. let's think about this. 100 Americans. We go to an airport, we pick 100 Americans, we put them in a circle. We say, hello, hello. How are you, my good and valuable friends? How many of you have library cards? 3 raise their hand. 97 say, no, we don't. Now, that's 97 people out of 100 walking around America thinking this is a cool, good idea. Okay? It's free.
Yeah.
Now, we go to the 97 and we look at their lives. We go on Facebook, right? See what they're up to. What's going on? In the soulful words of Marvin Gaye, what's going on?
What's going on?
And we look at it and we say, oh, you didn't have time for library, but I see. What's going on?
Yeah.
Kitty cat. Food picture. Candy Crush. I see. I got confused. I thought you were trying to get ahead.
Wow, knowledge bombs everywhere. So this just in. The message is this just in from the Michael Levine PR offices. You got to say no to distractions. We talk about it all the time on the Thrivetime show. I would just tell you this as a ratio. If you will turn your phone off, your smartphone, 80% of your day, for almost every person listening, if you just turn your smartphone off for 80% of your day and spend your time focusing on fixing your workflow, fixing your website. I mean, just earlier today, I was proofing some website updates that we're doing to eitrlounge.com. So you know how long it takes to proof a website and to make the changes on a website where I hit print and then I look at it? Do you know how long I take on that usually for myself? Just for a page. I mean, do you want to speculate? Like an hour for one page of my website. And why do I take an hour? Because when you go to eitrlounge.com, we're a men's grooming business, and it shouldn't be super confusing as to what to do. But by default, I typically do a bad job because I don't know. You have to think about it. You can't write a good book quickly. You can't come up with a best-selling book quickly. You can't build a successful business quickly. So it occurred to me that after talking to thousands of customers that we marketed intensely to get at Elephant in the Room, when I say interviewed, I mean our team has literally asked thousands of men, what did you like most about your experience? How could we improve? What did you like most about your experience? How can we improve? We determined that the men who have been to Elephant in the Room to get their hair cut, they said, if I can get a beverage with my haircut, that's a win. If I can get a consultation, that's a win. If I can get an award-winning tailored haircut, that's a win. If I can get a shampoo and a massage, that is a win. If I could get a condition and massage, that's a win. If I could get a hot towel treatment, that is a win. If I could get face moisturizer, that is a win. If you guys can make sure that I don't get out of here looking like a Yeti, if you can help me have some sort of style, I don't know if I can have Tom Brady hair, but if I can get out of there looking good, having some good hair, having some good lettuce, if my mop looks like it's properly chopped, then I win. And so once we nailed the experience, we realized, okay, we need to probably make this haircut an absolute no-brainer because it is. The service is so good that we have to bet on our business, bet on our model, bet on our plan. And so your first haircut at Elephant in the Room is just $1. And why is your first haircut $1? Because we built an experience that's that good now. So now I'm willing to pay our team in between marketing, the hard costs of paying someone to actually cut your hair, and the team of people up there to help you. Your $1 haircut costs me $23. That's what the average haircut costs me to do the first time. You know what I mean? I don't make any money. The stylists aren't getting rich off of that. Usually the people tip well if they do the $1 haircut. But it's $1. And how did we come up with all the text on our website and the experience and the overall and the overall atmosphere we've built? It's by deeply studying something. And so if you want to become successful, like Michael Levine says, you got to put down the Candy Crush. You got to quit taking photos of your food. You got to get off of Facebook. You got to quit talking to everybody all the time about how they feel, about how you feel. You don't need to join another community on Facebook. You don't need to join another peer group at church. You just need to commit to the few things you're into. And so if you want to meet a group of peers that are just like you, that are saying no to distractions and who are building a successful company, I would highly recommend that you go to thrivetimeshow.com and you would book your tickets for our February 16th and 17th workshop. February 16th and 17th of 2018, that'll be held at our Jinx Riverwalk location in beautiful Jinx, America, at the Riverwalk. They're on the left coast of the Arkansas River. And some of you might be saying, listen, buddy, I've got a lot of stuff going on, so you're going to have to explain to me what you're going to teach if you want me to be there. Okay, well, we're going to teach you at the workshop, so specifically time management, how to generate leads, marketing strategy, branding. It's going to help you with your accounting, your financial planning, how to create a linear workflow, how to hire and fire people the right way, how to have the millionaire mindset, how to balance faith, family, finance, fitness, friendship, and fun. It's all going to be taught there at the Thrivetime Show workshop. You can get your tickets today by going to Thrivetime Show and clicking on the conferences button. Or if you want to get a free ticket, just write us an objective review on iTunes and send us proof that you did it by emailing us to info@thrivetimeshow.com. That's info@thrivetimeshow.com. Stay tuned.
Get ready to enter the Thrivetime Show. 3, 2, 1, boom!
All right, Thrive Nation, welcome back to the Thrivetime Show on your radio. Today we have the pleasure of playing a few exclusive excerpts from an interview that I did with Michael Levine, perhaps the world's #1 public relations consultant of all time. He was the PR
bit of a guru.
Yeah. He's a consultant of choice for Prince, for Michael Jackson, never heard of him. Nike,
Pizza Hut.
These are all vague brands I've never heard of. Nancy Kerrigan. I don't know if you know who she is.
The Clintons.
The Clintons. The Bushes.
Oh, my
Cameron Diaz. Sort of a big deal. Now, we're going to have the rest of this interview available for you on the podcast version, but on today's radio show, both this segment and the next two, we're going to be playing excerpts from the Michael Levine interviews. And so we're going to be dropping into a conversation that he and I had about the habits of super successful people, the characteristics of super successful people.
I think what is interesting about what you're doing, at least I believe so, is that is what I'm hearing you say, or what I'm hearing you do, is framing it in super success. You are not engaging in a conversation about what successful people do.
Okay.
You are engaging in a conversation about what super successful people do.
Yeah.
And so, if somebody's watching this right now, and they want to be a regional manager of the Starbucks in their local city, or in their local, in their city, they don't need to watch this. But if they want to own Starbucks, I take notes.
This is the super successful.
Super successful.
Only one president of the U.S. at a time.
This is not the 1 in 1,000, 1 in 10,000, 1 in 100,000, 1 in a million. See? This is the deal on the 1 in a billion.
Well, here we go. We're going to talk about this first success characteristic, or this first success principle.
Yes, sir.
Definiteness of purpose. Mm-hmm. Now, Napoleon Hill wrote, "Definiteness of purpose is the starting point of all achievement. Without a purpose and a plan, people drift aimlessly through life." Michael, have you witnessed this trait of super successful people? Do they all know where they're going, or at least seem to have a purpose?
Clay, the quality, first of all, when we're autopsying or discussing the qualities of super success. Now, I've had a very, very unique vantage point. But when you're talking about these qualities, what is it that Michael Jordan and Bill Clinton have in common, other than they got a lot of money? What is it that Oprah and Julia Roberts have in common, other than they got a lot of money and so forth? So you try to ask this definiteness of purpose. And the quality that I've observed, the way I would word it and frame it as a medical doctor, is a quality that I would refer to as obsession.
Obsession.
Obsession. Now, I think I've confessed to you, Clay, I am terrible. For some weird, wacky reason, I am terrible at dictionary definitions.
Okay.
But what I'd like to do in discussing obsession for a moment is talk about first what it isn't. Obsession is not ambition. See, all of us know people who are ambitious, but couldn't find their way out of a burning building. Okay? This quality that I'm referring to in super success, this obsession, is something deeper, more primal, more intense than ambition. So then we say, okay, what is it then, mister? It is a burning, maniacal rage, as if your life depended on it. A burning, maniacal rage, as if your life depended on it. That, my dear valued friend, is what is at the core, the DNA of the super successful people.
As we wrap up that Michael Levine excerpt about super successful people, he kept saying that at the very core of ultra successful people is a burning, maniacal rage to be successful.
I like how he puts that. That's
so. I mean, you've been around me, and and a lot of people who listen to the show say, "Well, off air, how am I different than on air?" I think that question's asked a lot, and my take is that on the show, I do have to play a little nicer,
right,
than I would. I don't think I'm mean at the office, but it's more of like if there's a deadline.
The difference is you're not holding the listeners accountable.
Oh, okay.
Right? We're not paying them. It's not a thing. So I would say that rage term, that actually kind of goes good. You're kind of like a raging bull, but that rage is more like a focus on your to-do list, right?
Yeah.
And so nothing's going to stop you. You're a bull in a china closet. If there's something in the way, you're going to break it out just so you can get whatever you need done, get done.
And I think a lot of people, though, a lot of entrepreneurs, what they want to do is they want everyone to like them.
Yep.
But then the people who work on their team, or maybe they themselves don't have the discipline needed to get their to-do list done.
Right.
And so I'm going to use you as an example. You have been a self-employed person. You've run your own business.
Right.
And you're a guy who understands how deadlines work. Mm-hmm. And so in the office, if I give you a task to do, or you've given yourself a task to do, like for this conference we have coming up here, we've got to make massive modifications to the whole place to make room. So we're expanding the bookstore. We're adding in more chairs. We're decorating the facility. And I give things to you to do because, one, we're selling a ton of tickets and we're running out of room. But two, I know you'll get it done.
Right.
So what's going on in your head that allows you to get things done that other people just seem to struggle with? What's that all about?
Well, I view working with you as, I don't own part of Thrive. I'm not an owner, but I view my work as an owner because I used to be one. So I know what it means to do the small things. I know what a deadline means. If you have a deadline, it's called a deadline for a reason.
Right.
You have to hit it. And I kind of cut my teeth estimating concrete projects. And there's a hard deadline if you're turning in an estimate for a project.
Right.
So you cannot miss it. So you have to stay up 2 nights in a row if you didn't have if your schedule got out of hand and you couldn't finish it. So there was no missing it. If we wanted to have work, if we wanted to keep our guys busy and have money coming into the business, I had to hit those deadlines. And so just kind of learned that from my dad, and that's how I operate now.
I think you're going to like this song. It's called Rise and Grind. I wrote it for myself for my 37th birthday as a way to encourage myself to keep doing that which has made me successful. And sometimes you need to encourage yourself, don't you? Right? So here we go. 3, 2, 1, boom. Frick. What time is it? Where are my pants? Oh, yes, it's time to rise and grind. Oh, yes, before the rooster crows. Oh, yes, it's time to rise and grind. Oh, yes,
I wake up at 3 to get it all done. Got money on my mind and my wife's number one. Kinda cultural cause I am a Christian. In it for the long game or nothing. Get rich quick, nah, I don't do it. But if you got a real goal, I'll help you pursue it. Like Robbie Schneider, I'll be saying you can do it. You can do it. You can do it. Have to seize the day at Carpe Diem, son. If you ever wanna make them Benjamins. Success requires self-discipline. 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 I just said it 3 times in a row. Cause if you're looking for a real hero, you gotta look in the mirror, my bro. Will you be a victim or a victor? I think we're missing it all. How bizarre. The resources you need aren't very far. You gotta get 3 jobs like I once did. Target Applebee's and DirecTV. Which meant I never watched TV. Cause I was on my grind like a 2-3. Or like that 12 to the TP. Do you feel, man? Like a petting zoo. Stick to your goals like glue. Like 80 hours per week pursue. And I am so to the serious. Because I ain't smoking delirious. I'm aware of cause and effect. And I know that your life could be wrecked. Or your life could be good and great. So what will you do today? Will you fill the schedule with nothingness? Or the middle with somethingness? While you're waiting for Santa and an elf, this just in, you could be helping yourself. Say no to the handouts, cause they hurt your pride. When you could be out working the other guy. What? When you could be out working the other guy. Who? When you could be out working the other guy. Yes. Oh yes. It's time to rise and grind. Oh yes. Before the rooster crows. Oh yes. It's time to rise and grind. Oh yes. Everybody singing now. Oh yes. Oh yes. It's time to rise and grind. Oh yes. Before the rooster crows. Oh yes. It's time to rise and grind. Oh yes. Verse 2 is short and life is 2. We better get started cause there's no redo. 38, ain't it great? I'm half dead, dude. I'm half dead, dude. Well, hell's bells. I'm gonna go take a nap.
Hey, Clay Clark and my Thrive peeps. It's Steve Currington, as you can tell. Although I'm not wearing my signature green shirt as usual, but I am riding in my signature green Lamborghini. And I just wanted to say how appreciative I am of Thrive and all the guys at Thrivetime and the show and everything that you guys have done. At Total Ending Concepts, we have had tremendous growth and a lot of things changing, especially on the marketing front and from a coaching perspective and from a web presence and branding, and our internet leads are up. Everything is hammering on all cylinders, and really we're just trying to figure out how we can leverage the systems and the processes that we're learning at Thrive more in our business. So now we're setting up a lead tracking system that has been long overdue, and we're doing lots of stuff. But I wanted to take a minute and say thank you to Thrive and Clay Clark and Dr. Z and everybody for all the help in helping us grow our business and hopefully buy more Lamborghinis like this the more we sell. So appreciate it, guys. See ya.
Hello, my name is Charles Kolaw with Kolaw Fitness. Today I want to tell you a little bit about Clay Clark and how I know Clay Clark. Clay Clark has been my business coach since 2017. He's helped us grow from 2 locations to now 6 locations. We're planning to do 7 locations in 7 years and then franchise. And Clay has done a great job of helping us navigate anything that has to do with like running the business, building the systems, the checklists, the workflows, the audits, how to navigate lease agreements, how to buy property, how to work with brokers and builders. This guy is just amazing. He's this kind of guy has worked in every single industry. He's written books with like Lee Cockrell, head of Disney, with the 40,000 cast members. He's friends with like Mike Lindell. He does Reawaken America tours, where he does these tours all across the country, where 10,000 or more people show up to some of these tours. On the day-to-day, he does anywhere from about 160 companies. He's at the top. He has a team of business coaches, videographers, and graphic designers and web developers, and they run 160 companies every single week. So think of this guy with a team of business coaches running 160 companies. So in the weekly, he's running 160 companies. Every 6 to 8 weeks, he's doing Reawaken America tours. Every 6 to 8 weeks, he's also doing business conferences where 200 people show up, and he teaches people a 13-step proven system that he's done and worked with billionaires, helping them grow their companies. So I've seen guys from startups go from startup to being multimillionaires, teaching people how to get time freedom and financial freedom through the system. critical thinking, document creation, putting it into organizing everything in their head to building it into a franchisable, scalable business. Like one of his businesses has like 500 franchises. That's just one of the companies or brands that he works with. So amazing guy, Elon Musk kind of like smart guy. He kind of comes off sometimes as socially awkward, but he's so brilliant and he's taught me so much. When I say that, like Clay is like, he doesn't care what people think when you're talking to him. He cares about where you're going in your life and where he can get you to go. And that's what I like him most about him. He's like a good coach. A coach isn't just making you feel good all the time. A coach is actually helping you get to the best you. And Clay has been an amazing business coach. Through the course of that, we became friends. I was really most impressed with him is when I was shadowing him one time. We went into a business deal and listened to it. I got to shadow and listen to it. And when we walked out, I knew that he could make millions on the deal. And they were super excited about working with him. And he told me, he's like, I'm not going to touch it. I'm going to turn it down because he knew it was going to harm the common good of people in the long run. And the guy's integrity just really wowed me. It brought tears to my eyes to see that this guy, his highest desire was to do what's right. And anyways, just an amazing man. So anyways, impacted me a lot. He's helped navigate anytime I've got nervous or worried about how to run the company or, navigating competition and an economy that's like, I remember we got closed down for 3 months. He helped us navigate on how to stay open, how to get back open, how to just survive through all the COVID shutdowns, lockdowns, because our clubs were all closed for 3 months and you have $350,000 of bills you've got to pay, and we have no accounts receivable. He helped us navigate that, and of course we were conservative enough that we could afford to take that on for a period of time. But it was anyways, great man. I'm very impressed with him. So Clay, thank you for everything you're doing, and I encourage you, if you haven't ever worked with Clay, work with Clay. He's going to help magnify you, and there's nobody I have ever met that has the ability to work as hard as he does. He probably sleeps 4, maybe 6 hours a day, and literally the rest of the time he's working, and he can outwork everybody in the room every single day, and he loves it. So anyways, this is Charles Kola with Kola Fitness. Thank you, Clay, and anybody out there that's wanting to work with Clay, it's a great opportunity to ever work with him. So you guys have a blessed one. This is Charles Kola. We'll see you guys. Bye-bye.
Hi, I'm Aaron Antis with Shaw Homes. I first heard about Clay through a mortgage lender here in town who had told me what a great job he had been doing for them, and I actually noticed he was driving a Lamborghini all of a sudden, so I was willing to listen. In my career, I've sold a little over $800 million in real estate. So honestly, I thought I kind of knew everything about marketing and homes. And then I met Clay, and my perception of what I knew and what I could do definitely changed. After doing $800 million in sales over a 15-year career, I really thought I knew what I was doing. I've been managing a large team of salespeople for the last 10 years here with Shaw Homes. And I mean, we've been a company that's been in business for 35 years. We've become one of the largest builders in the Tulsa area, and that was without Clay. So when I came to know Clay, I really thought, man, there's not much more I need to know, but I'm willing to listen. The interesting thing is our internet leads from our website has actually, in a 4-month period of time, has gone from somewhere around 10 to 15 leads in a month to 180 internet leads in a month. Just from the few things that he's shown us how to implement that I honestly probably never would have come up with on my own. So I got a lot of good things to say about the system that Clay put in place with us. And it's just been an incredible experience. I am very glad that we met and had the opportunity to work with Clay. So the interaction with the team and with Clay on a weekly basis is honestly very enlightening. One of the things that I love about Clay's perspective on things is that he doesn't come from my industry. He's not somebody who's in the home building industry. I've listened to all the experts in my field. Our company has paid for me to go to seminars, international builder shows, all kinds of places where I've had the opportunity to learn from the experts in my industry. But the thing that I found working with Clay is that he comes from such a broad spectrum of working with so many different types of businesses that he has a perspective that's difficult for me to gain because I get so entrenched in what I do, I'm not paying attention to what other leading industry experts are doing, and Clay really brings that perspective for me. It is very valuable time every week when I get that hour with him. From my perspective, the reason that any business owner who's thinking about hooking up with Thrive needs to definitely consider it is because the results that we've gotten in a very short period of time are honestly monumental. It has really exceeded my wildest expectation of what he might be able to do. I came in skeptical because I'm very pragmatic, and as I've gone through the process over just a few months, I've realized it's probably one of the best moves we've ever made. I think a lot of people probably feel like they don't need a business or marketing consultant because they maybe are a little bit prideful and like to think they know everything. I know that's how I felt coming in. I mean, we're a big company that's definitely one of the largest in town. And so we kind of felt like we knew what we were doing. And I think for a lot of people, they let their ego get in the way of listening to somebody that might have a better or different perspective than theirs. I would just really encourage you, if you're thinking about working with Clay, I mean, the thing is, it's month to month. Go give it a try and see what happens. I think in the 35-year history of Shaw Homes, this is probably the best thing that's happened to us. And I know if you give them a shot, I think you'll feel the same way. I know for me, the thing I would have missed out on if I didn't work with Clay is I would have missed out on literally an 1,800% increase in our internet leads. Going from 10 a month to 180 a month, that would have been a huge financial decision to just decide not to give it a shot. I would absolutely recommend Clay Clark to anybody who's thinking about working with somebody in marketing. I would skip over anybody else you were thinking about, and I would go straight to Clay and his team. I guarantee you're not going to regret it because we sure haven't.
My name is Danielle Sprick, and I am the founder of Dyslexic Realty Group here in Tulsa, Oklahoma. After being a stay-at-home mom for 12 years and my 3 kids started school and they were in school full-time, I was at a crossroads and trying to decide what do I want to do? My degree and my background is in education, but after being a mom and staying home and all of that, I just didn't have a passion for it like I once did. My husband suggested real estate. He's a home builder, so real estate and home building go hand in hand, and we just rolled with it. I love people, I love working with people, I love building relationships, but one thing that was really difficult for me was the business side of things. The processes and the advertising and marketing. I knew that I did not have what I needed to make that what it should be. So I reached out to Clay at that time, and he and his team have been extremely instrumental in helping us build our brand, help market our business, our agents, the homes that we represent. Everything that we do is a direct line from Clay and his team and all that they've done for us. We launched our brokerage, our real estate brokerage, 8 months ago. And in that time, we've gone from myself and one other agent to just this week, we signed on our 16th agent. We have been blessed with the fact that we right now have just over 10 million in pending transactions. 3 years ago, I never would have even imagined that I would be in this role that I'm in today, building a business, having 16 agents. But I have to give credit where credit's due. And Clay and his team and the business coaching that they've offered us has been huge. It's been instrumental in what we're doing. Don't ever limit your vision. When you dream big, big things happen.
I started a business because I couldn't work for anyone else. I do things my way, I do what I think is in the best interest of the patient. I don't answer to insurance companies. I don't answer to large corporate organizations. I answer to my patient, and that's it. My thought when I opened my clinic was I can do this all myself. I don't need additional outside help in many ways. I went to medical school. I can figure this out. But it was a very, very steep learning curve. Within the first 6 months of opening my clinic, I had a $63,000 embezzlement. I lost multiple employees. Clay helped us weather the storm of some of the things that are just a lot of people experience, especially in the medical world. He was instrumental in helping with the specific written business plan. He's been instrumental in hiring good quality employees, using the processes that he outlines for getting in good talent, which is extremely difficult. He helped me in securing the business loans. He helped me with web development and search engine optimization. We've been able to really keep a steady stream of clients coming in because they found us on the web. With everything that I encountered, everything that I experienced, I quickly learned it is worth every penny to have someone in your team that can walk you through and even avoid some of the pitfalls that are almost invariable in starting your own business. I'm Dr. Chad Edwards, and I own Revolution Health and Wellness Clinic.
The number of new customers that we've had is up 411% over last year. We are Jared and Jennifer Johnson. We own Platinum Pest and Lawn and are located in Owasso, Oklahoma. And we have been working with Thrive for business coaching for almost a year now.
Yeah. So what we want to do is we want to share some wins with you guys that we've had by working with Thrive. First of all, we're on the top page of Google now. Okay. I just want to let you know what type of accomplishment this is. Our competition, Orkin, Terminex, they're both $1.3 billion companies. They both have 2,000 to 3,000 pages of content attached to their website. So to basically go from virtually non-existent on Google to up on the top page is really saying something. But that's come by being diligent to the systems that Thrive has, by being consistent and diligent on doing podcasts and staying on top of those podcasts to really help with getting up on with their listing and ranking there with Google.
And also we've been trying to get Google reviews, asking our customers for reviews. And now we're the highest rated and most reviewed pest and lawn company in the Tulsa area. And that's really helped with our conversion rate. And the number of new customers that we've had is up 411% over last year.
Wait, say that again. How much are we up?
411%.
Okay, so 411% we're up with our new customers. Amazing.
Right. So not only do we have more customers calling in, we're able to close those deals at a much higher rate than we were before. Right now, our closing rate is about 85%, and that's largely due to, first of all, like our Google reviews that we've gotten people really see that our customers are happy, but also we have a script that we follow. And so when customers call in, they get all the information that they need. That script has been refined time and time again. It wasn't a one and done deal. It was a system that we followed with Thrive in the refining process, and that has obviously the 411% shows that system works.
Yeah, so here's a big one for you. So last week alone, our booking percentage was 91%. We actually booked more deals, more new customers last year than we did the first 5 months, or I'm sorry, we booked more deals last week than we did the first 5 months of last year from before we worked with Thrive. So again, we booked more deals last week than the first 5 months of last year. And it's incredible. But the reason why we have that success is by implementing the systems that Thrive has taught us and helped us out with. So.
Some of those systems that we've implemented are group interviews. That way we've really been able to come up with a really great team. We've created and implemented checklists. That way everything gets done and it gets done right. It creates accountability. We're able to make sure that everything gets done properly, both out in the field and also in our office. And also doing the podcast, like Jared had mentioned, that has really, really contributed to our success. But that, like I said, the diligence and consistency in doing those and that system has really, really been a big blessing in our lives. And also, it's really shown that we've gotten the success from following those systems.
Yeah. So before working with Thrive, we were basically stuck. Really no new growth with our business. And we were in a rut, and we didn't know.
The last 3 years, our customer base had pretty much stayed the same. We weren't shrinking, but we weren't really growing either.
Yeah, and so we didn't really know where to go, what to do, how to get out of this rut that we're in. But Thrive helped us with that. You know, they implemented those systems. That they taught us those systems. They taught us the knowledge that we needed in order to succeed. Now it's been a grind. Absolutely, it's been a grind this last year. But we're getting those fruits from that hard work and the diligent effort that we're able to put into it. So again, we were in a rut. Thrive helped us get out of that rut. And if you're thinking about working with Thrive, quit thinking about it and just do it. Do the action, and you'll get the results. It will take hard work and discipline. But that's what it's going to take in order to really succeed. So we just want to give a big shout out to Thrive, a big thank you out there to Thrive. We wouldn't be where we're at now without their help.
Hi, I'm Dr. Mark Moore. I'm a pediatric dentist. Through our new digital marketing plan, we have seen a marked increase in the number of new patients that we're seeing every month, year over year. One month, for example, we went from 110 new patients the previous year to over 180 new patients in the same month. And overall, our average is running about 40 to 42% increase month over month, year over year. The group of people required to implement our new digital marketing plan is immense, starting with a business coach, videographers, photographers, web designers. Back when I graduated dental school in 1985, nobody advertised. The only marketing that was ethically allowed in everybody's eyes was mouth-to-mouth marketing. By choosing to use the services, you're choosing to use a proven turnkey marketing and coaching system that will grow your practice and get you the results that you're looking for. I went to the University of Oklahoma College of Dentistry, graduated in 1983, and then I did my pediatric dental residency at Baylor College of Dentistry from 1983 to 1985.
I'm Rachel with Tip Top Canine, and we just want to give a huge thank you to Clay and Vanessa Clark.
Hey guys, I'm Ryan with Tip Top Canine. Just want to say a big thank you to Thrive 15. Thank you to Make Your Life Epic. We love you guys, we appreciate you, and really just appreciate how far you've taken us. This is our old house, right? This is where we used to live a few years ago. This is our old neighborhood. See? It's nice, right? So this is my old van and our old school marketing, and this is our old team. And by team, I mean it's me and another guy.
This is our new house with our new neighborhood. This is our new van with our new marketing, and this is our new team. We went from 4 to 14, and I took this beautiful photo. We worked with several different business coaches in the past, and they were all about helping Ryan sell better and just teaching sales, which is awesome, but Ryan is a really great salesman. So we didn't need that. We needed somebody to help us get everything that was in his head out into systems, into manuals and scripts, and actually build a team. So now that we have systems in place, we've gone from 1 to 10 locations in only a year.
In October 2016, we grossed 13 grand for the whole month. Right now it's 2018, the month of October. It's only the 22nd. We've already grossed a little over 50 grand for the whole month, and we still have time to go. We're just thankful for you, thankful for Thrive and your mentorship, and we're really thankful that you guys have helped us to grow a business that we run now instead of the business running us. Just thank you, thank you, thank you times 1,000.
The Thrivetime Show 2-day interactive business workshops are the highest and most reviewed business workshops on the planet.
You can learn the proven 13-point business systems that Dr. Zellner and I have used over and over to start and grow successful companies. I mean, we get into the specific steps on what you need to do to optimize your website. We're going to teach you how to fix your conversion rate. We're going to teach you how to do a social media marketing campaign that works. How do you raise capital? How do you get a small business loan? We teach you everything you need to know here during a 2-day, 15-hour workshop. It's all here for you. You work every day in your business, but for 2 days you can escape and work on your business and build these proven systems so now you can have a successful company that will produce both the time freedom and the financial freedom that you deserve. You're going to leave energized, motivated, but you're also going to leave empowered. The reason why I've built these workshops is because as an entrepreneur, I always wish that I had this. And because there wasn't anything like this, I would go to these motivational seminars, no money down, real estate, Ponzi scheme, get motivated seminars, and they would never teach me anything. It was like you went there and you paid for the big chocolate Easter bunny, but inside of it, it was a hollow nothingness. And I wanted the knowledge, and they're like, oh, but we'll teach you the knowledge after our next workshop. And the great thing is we have nothing to upsell. At every workshop, we teach you what you need to know. There's no one in the back of the room trying to sell you some next big get-rich-quick, walk-on-hot-coals product. It's literally, we teach you the brass tacks, the specific stuff that you need to know to learn how to start and grow a business. And I encourage you to not believe what I'm saying, and I want you to Google the Z66 auto auction. I want you to Google elephant in the room. Look at Robert Zellner and Associates. Look them up and say, are they successful because they're geniuses, or are they successful because they have a proven system? When you do that research, you will discover that the same systems that we use in our own business can be used in your business. Come to Tulsa, book a ticket, and I guarantee you it's going to be the best business workshop ever, and we'll even give you your money back if you don't love it. We've built this facility for you, and we're excited to see you.